experiencing ryerson security out there, there's even a stretcher. Because this film was a little too intense for some people. So she's got those hairy directors owned. Put your hands together for the director of Rock. So, can you talk about Frost Week? Frost Week about like, I mean, okay, so the interesting thing is we were talking about this film beforehand, and you could almost take the extreme elements out of it, but it would still be extreme because you were kind of like, you plunged the viewer into this very extreme world, and who knew that veterinarian students have that kind of extremity? Can you talk about why you chose to set your film in that kind of formative week?
Yeah, so at the beginning, my first reflex when I started writing was to set it in med school, because, yeah, I mean, I don't know, it made sense for today's young person. But then, after 2 weeks, I realized that there would be no movie if it was set in med school, because basically she would just have to go down to the morgue and eat a bit, a nice snack, and that's the deal. I mean, no one's gonna ever yell at her for that. Yeah, no movie. So I thought that's not a good idea. So then, of course, I wanted to stay in the realm of medicine, and I had many scenes in my head already. I wanted to see to shoot dissection and stuff like that. So I instantly thought about vet school, and also because, of course, the parallel between animal and human beings, and the animal it's in her and everything, it made perfect sense. So it was very quick that I chose this.
And how easy was it to get access to kind of like that world? I mean,
well, the thing is that my producers made it easy for me, but I'm not sure they could say the same.
So which producer got the
cow? The cow actually was for free. No, but I'm actually very serious. It was just one of the teachers there that helped us a lot. I remember I was just scouting in the school and watching everything to get more inspiration and everything, and I saw someone do that, and I said to him, yeah, that's pretty cool actually, I mean, that's unusual. And he said, you want to do that? I said, yeah, sure, you can do it, no problem. Okay, but the tough part was when I called my actress and I said, yeah, that was not the plan, but do you mind shoving your finger and your whole arm in the cow's ass? Is it possible? And she said, what? And I go, listen, if you don't want to do it, we can do a close-up and it will be my arm, no problem. And then, yeah, in the end, she actually liked it.
Fisting, only in Midnight Madness. So what is your relation to vegetarians and meat?
None. This is the thing. It's very funny because in a lot of articles, French or American or wherever in the world, it's happened sometimes that I've read that it was a vegan movie. I'm like, how, where, why? I mean, have you seen the movie? Really? I mean, come on. And the thing is, yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why. I think that some people, it is indeed a movie about morality, but I certainly do not put it on the first degree. It's just morality between what you're eating. I mean, that would make a great movie, like something about the planet and everything. But if I wanted to talk about the planet, I wouldn't have shot it there. So, yeah, it's really, yeah. So basically, she's a vegetarian, and the whole family, of course, is vegetarian because the parents know that there is this evil running in the family and that they want to prevent their children to develop it. And of course, at the beginning, I thought, okay, I want to make a movie with a cannibal in it. And when you're writing, you always want to have the character, to have the biggest arch. You want it to develop fully from really low to very high in order to make it like more interesting and to create more stakes. So if I stakes, sorry. And yeah, so cannibal, the extreme opposites, vegetarian, make complete sense, that's why. But no, I eat meat, I have nothing against vegetarians, no, I have no point of view on that.
Now, for me, one of the favorite points when I saw the film, and I mean, you started off right for me because of Laurent Lucas. So this is the actor who's in Fabrice Dewaltz's Calvaire, who's in Alleluia. This actor is such an incredible actor. Can you talk about working with him, the actor who played the father?
It was very fluid, very, very smooth, very, very nice, very, he's an amazing person, he's so sweet. And he immediately said yes. I mean, I was a bit scared to send the script, of course, because I didn't know him, and actually, for many reasons, I had so much cast to do on this movie, because you've seen that there are a lot of extras, and each extra I chose him or her in order to create a poem, so it took a lot of time, and the part of the father, I hadn't found it like maybe 2 weeks before shooting, so we were kind of in a rush. And he came to my mind, of course, because of all the movies he's been in and because of his acting that I really like. And he's such a horror buff that, I mean, he read it in the night and he called me the next morning in the day, of course.
And then, before I open up the audience here, so your lead actress, I mean, what kind of direction did you give her? I mean, she's got a very kind of like, almost haunted, kind of like self, like, I mean, she's just very indrawn. How's it kind of like mold her for that, or what direction did you give to her?
Well, there is one thing to know beforehand, is that I've been working with Garance, who plays the main character, since 6 years now. She was in my first short, and it was her first appearance in any movie. She had never made any theater, so she was 12 when she did my first short into it. So we grew up together in the movie-making business, if I can say, because she's been in all my movies since then. And I have a very close relationship with her. She's like my little sister, and we know each other very well. So basically, for me, it's really, I really like the chemistry we have on set, because I don't like to talk too much on set. Two actors, with technicians is different, but two actors, I don't like to talk too much because I don't like to psychologize, no? What?
Yeah.
Somehow, everything. I don't really believe in telling like the whole backstory of the character, like 2 minutes before shooting one scene. Like normally this should have been done in prep or even before. So I don't do that much. And what I love with Garance is that it's only almost about keywords together, and we know each other so well that I can tell her something that's, for example, doesn't mean anything to the rest of the crew. Like I could tell her Eiffel Tower, and she would know what to do, you know. And it's almost like this, and also I work a lot with the body. It's the case with all actors, and of course, you know, more for her because she has a lot of physical scenes in the movie, as you've seen, especially, for example, the scene under the sheet that was extremely physical for her. So I work a lot with the body positions, it's almost like sometimes as simple as a tilt of the head, like when she's watching him playing football and she looks so crazy, and before she starts bleeding in the nose, and it's just like she spent like maybe 4 hours just in the same position like this, looking up, and she had no tears at the end. She was completely dry in the end. And it's just as simple as a body position. And at the same time, I also try to have a set, any set actually, any room, any bedroom, to have furniture that was very close to the floor, so that all the characters will have like animal-like postures, because since it's like a slouchy couch or something like this, or a mattress on the floor and everything, so you're on your own knees, or you're doing this and stuff, so that I don't want people to be standing like this, it wasn't part of the movie.
So you're like cutting off the legs of chairs and tables just to kind of get them contorted?
Honestly, you see the bedroom, we just threw garbage in the room, basically. I mean, it was really not kidding. It's super thought before in advance and everything, but we did something a bit, as you said, a bit raw in terms of sets.
It's very ironic that we're in the middle of a university campus, and that's basically all the furnishings around us. Do we have any questions from the audience? Yes, sir.
Can you stand up because I didn't see you speaking? So, oh, hi. That's you. I'm saying hi to you. There is obviously, I mean, yes, of course, there is a link between them, but at the same time, the other thing is that I don't want cannibalism in the movie to only convey the idea of bestiality or sexuality. This is actually a question that I've been asked a lot about what does the cannibalism in the movie mean, and I think it's nice to. It means a lot to me. I have a lot of different takes on this. I think it's better if I don't give a key for this one, because honestly, I think it would be a shame. I think it's pretty much like what you want to see on it, because if it hurts you when you see it, and where it hurts in the good place, I mean, where you get interested and you want to know more, it means that it rings something in you, and this something is only yours, because the movie is talking about something very archaic, this kind of desires, dark desires and stuff like that, and I think they can morph from people to people.
I mean,
Did I answer your question?
I mean, it's interesting because, I mean, when it comes to animals and it comes to what we eat, it's so far removed. I mean, you sexualize the fisting of the cow. I grew up in the country. There's nothing sexual about that. That's just, yeah.
It was not meant to be sexual, otherwise I would have had it way more sound design when she takes out the shit.
And that's the interesting thing about the film, is that you are dealing with this profession, which is very technical, and it's dealing with this. And so for people to make the leap to that kind of assumption, it just shows how far removed we are from our food.
Absolutely. That's not what I'm talking about in the movie again.
Yes, you did. Okay, hold on. In English, hold on. What was the significance of the scene where the drape was pulled up?
Of the dead dog, yeah. After the football scene, or the soccer scene, yeah. Good question. I see it personally, and again, it's only me. I see it as a premonition of Adrian's death, and also see it as, let's say, a dead zone between the moment she was still human and the moment where she's gonna become an animal before she goes back to humanity, of course, in the end. But this was for me to also to portray the fact that she was becoming something else, and yeah, and also Adrian's death. That's it.
And we have here's the part right here.
The makeup effects on the wounds were very convincing, and certainly were very important to punctuating the story and making it believable. Can you tell me about the work that was done for the effects?
So for the special effects, I personally like to work with set special effects as much as I can. I'm not crazy about CGIs, even though there are CGIs in the movie, but there are more set special effects, let's say, because I think they give a more vintage and relatable feel to the movie. I can't relate too much to CGIs, I must say, because we see too much even in commercials and stuff. So I think it's pretty cool. So I always work with the same company in France that's called Atelier 79. They've done my short and then my two feature and then this one. And actually, I mean, of course they're amazing, otherwise I wouldn't be working with them. And I really like the way, I mean, when you have a special effects day on the shooting, it really feels like you're going back to summer camp or to middle school or stuff like that. It's really like everyone is a bit wants to touch the fake blood, want to try the finger, because the finger is gummy bears, by the way. But yeah, so I really like this kind of thing. It's a kind of breath of fresh air in a shooting, this kind of thing.
So there you have it, Gummy Bears, movie magic. All right, on the side here, yeah.
Usually it's that, do you have any interest in knowing a Hollywood scene? And if so, is there a particular horror or comedy that you
So the question was, does she have interest in going to Hollywood, and is there a particular horror property that she wants? Are you asking her if she wants to do a remake or a reboot? Reinvent it. Okay. I mean, so what kind of, when it comes to the genre of horror, what kind of stuff do you like to pursue?
Well, I'm currently writing my second feature in French, so it will be a French movie. I am of course interested. I don't think, the thing is that I don't think in terms of Hollywood or not Hollywood, and I don't have this kind of El Dorado thing. I like making movies in France as well. I mean, my producers are amazing, and I would actually not like to let them go. So it's the thing is, I think that I would like to make a movie in English because of the genre. And because there are some things that are different, it's not the same feel when it's a movie in English and a movie in French. I mean, I think, for example, that French makes make it very, very realistic. And maybe if it was in English, I wouldn't have written exactly the same jokes or something like that, and maybe it would have been a bit more, I don't know, no, actually, I don't know. I just want to do it in English, sorry. It's a very bad answer, but you have to do it in English, so why not?
I mean, I would say that this film is far smarter than anything that was just coming out of Hollywood for genre-wise. I mean, we have to... You should see the Koyoshi Kurosawa film, The Girl Type, because he chose not to make a film in English, but a Japanese record chose to make a film in French. So, yeah, I mean, this is a very smart and intelligent genre. So, let's put your hands together. Okay, hold on. Let's not say, let's say, rah!